Hits like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean. Elvis Presley, yeah, he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original.
Friends and foes, good morning, Multiverse. Welcome to Back of the Cereal Box, live from Chattacon. I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pica. You can call me Johnny. And joining me is my broadcast partner for nearly 10 years, the incomparable Dee And we've got a very special guest on the show with us from Chattanooga, Elizabeth Murphy-Spivey.
Just right.
Yes. And we are called Back in the Cereal Box because we are all of an age where we did not have iPads or iPhones at the breakfast table on Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. We were sitting down with big bowls of cereal, watching cartoons, reading comics, and watching pro wrestling, and the whole 9 yards. And Dee completely rejects the premise of our show, so she is not eating cereal, even though it's now 11 o'clock. And she still is refusing.
It's second breakfast time.
Yes, it is.
Where's the coffee? Who's got the coffee?
Now,
hey, there's coffee in the audience.
I'm eating Dulce de Leche Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is phenomenal.
He's trying to be bougie.
Listen, I didn't think that Cinnamon Toast Crunch could get better.
Oh, you're spilling your cereal.
Save the milk.
This is better than regular Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is the greatest cereal ever. They've made it better.
That's amazing. I just want to smell it.
And Elizabeth, what do you have in your bowl?
This is Wendy's Frosty cereal. I don't know if that is a miracle or an abomination, but...
So what do you think about it?
I think it's divine. But
Yeah.
it tastes like Cocoa Puffs.
John tried it last week. He wasn't a big fan.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's just like we
It
can make it
doesn't
bougier.
really taste like a Frosty, though, does
It
it?
does not taste anything like a Frosty, but I'm kind of wondering if the milk will on the other side.
You'll have to give us your full review later on. So, for those of you who are joining us in the audience, I see some familiar faces. Welcome. This is Back of the Cereal Box. My name is John Pica. I'm the creator host. I am an avid Star Wars fan, comic book fanatic. Star Wars movies and Avengers comic books made me who I am today. And I am eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch Dulce de Leche. Dee, tell the people who you are, what you do, and why you're on the show. Because I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
Well, I don't know. I'm a photographer. I love acting. That's actually my first passion. And that's actually kind of why I'm on the show, because kind of gets that outlet out for me. Plus, you call and beg me to do the show with you. So how could I say no?
So are you telling our audience that you have absolutely zero geek cred?
Yeah. Star Wars puts me to sleep. You have to say Star Wars, and I start nodding off.
It's
What? Oh my God.
Star Wars sedation.
All right.
I have a little bit of geek knowledge, just a little, but it's not enough to
Get out
like.
those torches and pitchforks.
You say that too loud around here.
You do love Superman,
I love Superman.
Star Wars makes
and you do have a Superman tattoo,
I do.
the shield, the emblem. Where is it?
It's on my back.
Is it a tramp stamp?
No, it's on my back.
Does anyone want to... We're going to tell a story here in a minute. Now, Elizabeth, you are a very special guest,
I don't have a Superman tattoo on my back, so I feel like I'm already dragging.
but you are a phenomenal cosplayer.
Oh, thanks, Johnny.
That's how we met.
We did. We had a very riotous time at Metrothemcon.
Yes.
Backstage. That was actually just a great crowd.
It was.
It was like our first con and God knows when, and everybody was just so happy to be there, and everybody's like fixing each other.
And
like,
were you
lapels.
Belle?
I was Sailor Moon.
Who was Belle? But you were doing a Sailor Moon ball gown, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
It's an historical
that's an
mashups.
anime, right?
Yes.
See?
Good work, Dee.
Because your daughter
Hey,
is the anime fan.
doesn't matter. I still know it.
But
I taught you something.
That's
today.
right.
what do you geek out over besides doing cosplay?
Johnny, I geek over so many things. I come from a geek household. Like, my husband is a ride or die Witcher fan. I am, if I had to choose a favorite fandom, it would be like the Dragon Age series on Xbox. But
Okay.
we watch it all. We love Lord of the Rings. We're more like high fantasy geeks. Like, I love all I don't love all fandoms. That would be a lie if I said I love all fandoms. I have some that I don't personally love, but I appreciate why other people love them. But ours is more like Lord of the Rings, The Witcher.
Hot take time.
Hot take.
What did you think of Wheel of Time?
I thought it was really good. I'm going to be level with you, Johnny.
Okay.
If Rosamund Pike announced she was just reading the alphabet into the camera, I would watch it because I love her. So that was a big draw for me.
Did she play the lead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the blue.
Yeah.
In the blue.
What was her character's name?
Oh, God, I don't know. I watched the whole thing and I don't remember. I think it's like, I'm embarrassed to say I don't
Yeah,
remember.
you know, so I loved Wheel of Time.
Oh, yeah.
I did not read any of the books, but I did watch the show on Amazon Prime. Had a blast watching it. But here's my one complaint. I can't remember any of the characters' names except for two, Rand and Matt.
Okay, those were the one-syllable names. I know she
Yeah.
was like, Aes Sedai. My problem is, like, I have some ride or die, like,
Yeah.
every book
Well, and-
like goes to the Cons Wheel of Time fans, so I feel like they're going to unfriend me. After
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
People
well,
love
they're
me,
gonna
so
hate
I'm
us
so
now.
sorry.
They're gonna hate us
And
now.
So I checked the wiki and everything. I just can't remember.
Because I said I loved the show because I never read the books, but I had to watch it to see what all of the controversy was about,
Yeah, but
right?
like, it's okay to dabble in a fandom. You don't have to be like know everything about it or like know nothing about it. You can just be like, oh, I like these little bits. I do know that it's significantly different from the book, and that's where you have like book to show fans, because God knows the Game of Thrones people are probably going to be the first people to light a match when they decide to burn the world down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tricky converting books to TV shows, and you're going to have people who aren't happy and then people who like it. So I don't know. It is what it is.
And I love the whole idea of the Aes Sedai, the group of people. So
Can I just say this? I have food in my mouth.
that's what the show is about: food in our mouth.
My husband and I.
That's gonna be a clip.
That's totally food. My husband and I, like, our love languages is dad jokes. It's just like the saddest thing ever. So whenever we're doing anything, yeah, exactly. Like, there's always just horrible puns. So every night when we watch the show, we're also like, we're raised in like, we went to Bible college and like whatever. So we were watching the show and we're like, I said die, and it just turned into like every night, like the song just getting longer. Like, I forget what the words were because we were watching it.
Yeah,
But like nerdy, like
Yeah,
think
no,
about
I wanna-
nerdy
I wanna-
Wheel of
I wanna
Time
do
puns.
that.
I'll write it down and we can perform it.
we need to do
It would be
that.
Did
At
you
the
know
next-
I'm an old theater person?
I do now.
You do now. I have a degree in vocal performance, and I used to do theater. Yeah, I saw that about you, and I was like,
All
I
right,
never
so
had that.
Dee
talk.
Barty, I think she's like a permanent road host now.
Fine by me, because I had no idea what you guys were talking about. I'm
Exactly.
just kind of sitting over here like,
That's kind of like every Saturday morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was one Saturday morning, literally, this was Dee on camera.
again, I don't know why I'm here. I
Because-
don't know why you want me as a co-host, because I know nothing.
Because you're energetic, you're beautiful, and you represent them.
Hi.
The audience who may not know anything about the stuff that we're talking about.
Do you know what I think, though? I have a 4-year-old. I
Okay.
expect a lot of stories about my 4-year-old because he's all I ever talk about.
All right.
And like we were looking at this comic book the other day, and he's like, "Mommy, that's Iron Man. Mommy, that's Thor." And he starts telling, like, he can name all of the characters. And I was like, "Who is that?" And I was genuinely asking because I had no freaking clue. And he's like, "Mommy, that's Miss Marvel." I was like, "Okay, I missed that movie," but like he was very sassy about it. And I love that, like, I feel like kids are being kind of like groomed to be nerds these days. Like I feel like it's more of a friendly environment for like little kids who are, like
100%.
deep
Have
in Marvel.
inherited the earth.
They have, praise the
Slowly but surely.
Yes.
You know what was so cute? So I have a 4-year-old boy as well. And Christmas morning, he opens up this little figurine. It's like this big of Superman. And he's like, he doesn't know who it is because he likes Batman. And I'm like, we can't be friends. So he like comes over and he's like, Mommy, it's your favorite superhero. Do you want it? And I'm like, thanks. I'm like, who is it? And he's like, and I'm like, oh, you broke me.
Well,
Could have been Minecraft.
you're raising him right. You're raising him right.
Well, the thing that gets me is like he's getting all of this from daycare. Like I'm not teaching him the superheroes because there are
Oh,
only
that's
so many
awesome.
hours in the day. Like it's his teachers who
That's
are
good.
fighting the
That's
fight.
good.
And
Yeah.
his previous teacher introduced him to like My Neighbor Totoro. Like they would watch that before nap time when he was 3. I'm just like he came home one day and he was like, Mommy, I want to watch Totoro. And we're like, where did you learn about Totoro? We're like, all right. And like we put it on and he starts marching around the living room and singing the theme song. And we're just like, you know what? The world can burn, but you're going to be okay. 'Cause you're going to be all right.
That's
It was the cutest
fantastic.
thing I ever saw.
Because y'all need to step it up a little bit.
I know.
Y'all need to step up and a little deep teaching and stuff.
Well,
man,
there's
he's not
still
gonna
deep
learn.
teaching. I mean,
Now, so for everyone who is watching, you're hearing voices maybe in the audience, and this is interactive. So this is how this works.
They probably can't hear it because
Well, they might not, but they'll hear us, reply and maybe reframe some questions from the audience. Because there will be some hot takes, and we invite you guys to interact. Now, we do this every Saturday morning, eating big bowls of cereal. So for our live audience,
me, I don't do it.
I'm literally begging you, please grab a bowl of cereal. I don't want to take it home.
he wants to take this one home.
This one I'm taking home.
taking that one
But the rest of them, I really don't want to have to load them back up. So please feel free to grab them. And I did notice, though, Eli Cash, this one is delicious.
He might bite you if you get too
Yes,
close.
but you can have some if you'd like some. You can come have some, Donna. Here's how this works, guys. For the first time ever, live in front of a live audience, instead of having a printed hard copy outline, which Dee Bartine never reads,
That was good.
so
You're a rebel. You
Yes,
are a
thank you.
I'm telling you, I don't know why he keeps me around.
yes. Look
at that.
we got a bat donation
Look at
for Johnny Quinn
spectacular.
later on, and that's why I'm already colored up. I've got the fishnets on underneath
does.
the onesies
That's how we met. I was like, my man is wearing fishnets, and it's looking good.
because I got some damn fine legs. I just got to tell you.
He knows how to use them.
We're gonna spin the wheel, and everyone who's coming in, everyone who's going to come in, please help yourself to some cereal. If you are wearing pajamas, you get to pick out a free comic book from the prize table beside us. We're going to play games this morning. We're going to play trivia. We're going to play a round of Super Fight, maybe, if it comes up on the spin wheel. And you guys can win prizes. We've got board games, we've got graphic novels, we've got books, and we're going to be giving those away to you guys. So, Miss Elizabeth, you were in charge of spinning the wheel.
You're just saying that because I'm the only one who can read my
That
own
is
handwriting.
correct.
Round and round and round it goes where it stops. Okay, it is Back Issue Breakfast Club,
Okay.
and we will be discussing Iron Fist.
All right. So, did I bring Iron Fist? I didn't bring. Oh wait, did I? No, I didn't bring it.
Johnny, you had one job.
Spin it again. I brought all of the stuff that we're going to talk about, and Iron Fist is not in the stack.
That's outside of my nerd wheelhouse, though. Okay, comics for people who don't like comics. The Damned.
I changed my mind on this one.
Jeez Louise, Johnny.
I know. So I changed my mind on both of these. So we're going to call The Damned Once and Future. So for those of you who love comic books but you don't love superheroes, or you don't like superheroes and you want to get into graphic novels or comic books, I want to recommend this series. It's called Once and Future. This is a retelling of the story of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table in contemporary times. And basically, the whole concept is that those legends are real and that people in contemporary times manifest in the characters as the characters in the tale.
It was Morgaine.
Could
I'm
be.
so sorry. No, Morgaine from Wheel of Time, because I was thinking in
Morgaine.
terms of Arthur, and I was
Yeah.
like, wait, it was Morgaine. So
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Continue on, because that was a past conversation.
Anyway, this is written by Chiron Gillen and art by Dan Mora. If you are familiar with Dan Mora's art, you know it's spectacular. This series reads like a movie. So, Dee Barty, this would be a good one for you. Because I know you like movies, right?
Right, yeah.
You never watch them because you got 5 kids. But
Thoughts and prayers.
if you want to get into comics, but you don't like superheroes, this
But
is
I
one
like
of them for you.
superheroes. I told you, like, my whole thing with comics is they're hard for me to read. I don't understand because it's the bubbles, and I don't know
The
which
sequential
order.
art, yeah. Yeah, but
Especially when it's like a conversation
Yeah,
that goes like that.
I
just
get
don't follow it.
really confused.
Do you know what I really like? Are wikis. Like, wikis are life to me, because I don't necessarily want to watch a show or a movie or 85 movies like the Marvel franchise. Sometimes I just want to go on the wiki and like find out what happened. Like, just kind of give me like the idiot's guide to insert fandom here. So
Okay.
that's kind of what I do with comics, because there's a couple like, I used to, watch all the Joss Whedon, and like the shows would get canceled, but he would like drag it out for a few more seasons, like through comics. But
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna read them because like
God forbid.
too much work.
Yeah.
So
Somebody else reads them and recaps them for.
from our studio audience, any of you have a suggestion for comics for people who aren't fans of superheroes? Anyone? Eli has one?
I highly recommend Berserk and everything. If you like,
Berserk, okay.
if you like Game of Thrones and Conan and manga, it's right up your alley.
Game of Thrones, Conan, manga, okay, cool. Berserk. And I think that's published by Scout Comics?
It's Dark Horse.
Dark Horse, okay, Dark Horse. Anybody else?
Mad Magazine.
Mad Magazine.
Here you
That's
go.
interesting, okay.
Lots of comics, doesn't have anything to do with heroes.
That's very true.
Unless they're making fun of them.
Unless they're making
Yeah.
them.
All right, Mad Magazine. Did you read Mad Magazine when you were a kid? Probably not. It was mostly geared for guys. Nope. Girls, any girls here Mad Magazine fans? I'm just curious.
I have a couple of like
Okay.
prints from it. For Christmas one year, my dad went to, I'm so sorry. Things we shouldn't say in public, but my dad hunted down a copy of the Mad Magazine that had the print of like the Nazi Dr. Dolittle who like made the animals talk. And he got it framed. The nut doesn't fall far from the nut house is all I'm saying. So anyway.
I'm just gonna sit over
I think
here.
that maybe I should let somebody else talk for a while. I'm just gonna calmly
I think
sip
it's
my
time to
delicious
spin the
Wendy's.
wheel.
Spin the wheel, spin the wheel.
No Wendy's. Mad Libs.
It's time to play Mad Libs. So what I want you to do is I want you to just open to the middle. Let's not start with the beginning one.
Oh.
Yeah, they're right in front of you. See, if it were a snake, it would have bit you.
I am never sufficiently caffeinated. Okay. I know, same. All right, starting in the middle. What do I do? Can you explain the rules again? And do it very
there are no
slowly,
rules.
one
but
syllable.
for every person that we use their answer, they get a prize from the prize table.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what is the topic?
Cool it.
Cool it. So what's the first blank? What do we need?
Plural noun.
Plural noun. Somebody shout out a plural noun. Freeze guns.
Okay.
Freeze guns. And you will get a prize. Next one.
Adjective.
An adjective. Raise your hand.
Sparkling.
Sparkling. Sparkling.
He said sparkling.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next one?
Noun.
A noun.
Vampires.
That's plural. Oh, wait. Right here.
Smurf.
Smurf. You're part of the crew, Eli. You're not eligible.
Yeah.
You can play, but I want to.
No prizes for you.
Contributing for free.
All right.
Knowing us is the prize.
Adjective.
All right, another adjective. Pretty.
Pretty.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and
Right?
bright. I think that's it. Yeah.
That's one of them.
Yep. Next,
Noun.
another noun.
Captain Hammer.
You said
Captain Hammer.
Captain Hammer, who she is doing a cosplay of.
Rad.
All right.
Okay. Another noun.
Another noun. Yes.
Parent.
Parent.
Yeah.
Parent. I feel like this is going to go sideways very
There's
quickly.
a lot going on in this
Yes.
paragraph. We have another noun.
Another noun. In the back.
Cereal box.
Cereal box! Yes! Woohoo! She gets an extra prize.
Yes. Yep. All the prizes.
That you can take from the boxes of cereal.
Yes.
Not
get
that
a
serious,
cereal
you know. And another noun.
Another noun.
I'm going to say rosacea because I want to call out the fact that I'm bright purple right now.
Oh,
It's
wait,
an
really?
elephant. Can you see it? Am I purple?
No, no.
Yeah,
a
you're
little bit
red.
pink.
Yeah, I feel it though. I feel warm.
You're a little bit of a.
I just wanted to like elephant in the room.
Okay.
Cheese. I'm a
Cheese.
big fan of cheese.
Who isn't?
Nobody I want to know. You don't need that kind of negativity.
I know. I think she is like one of us. She is fitting in perfectly. All right, and what's the next one we need?
Adjective. I can't talk.
Another adjective.
Adjective.
Adjective. Yes.
Tall.
Tall.
All right. A verb ending in ing.
A verb
Very
ending
specific.
in ing. Yes.
Running.
Running. And I'm running. Run. You guys don't know that song. That's a Yes song from Big Generator. Anyway,
Next is a noun.
another noun.
Spoon.
Spoon. I love it.
All right. Another adjective.
One more adjective. Who's got an adjective?
I like that.
Important piece of.
What was it? Whimsy?
Whimsy. It is
Whimsy.
actually. Next is a noun.
Another noun.
Okay, I'm gonna write rosacea because it's my turn to shine.
Is that
literally.
both a noun and an adjective?
Yes, and a punishment.
Okay.
And then last is a verb.
Verb.
Go.
Go.
Go. Oh my God.
Okay.
So she's all right. So, Miss Elizabeth.
Here we go. My best National Geographic
Yes, I
voice.
want you to be Mr. Morgan. What's Morgan Freeman?
Mr. Morgan. I will do my best. Weather plays an important part in our daily freeze guns. What is weather anyway? According to sparkling scientists who are known as meteorologists, weather is what the air is like any time of the Smurf. It doesn't matter if the air is cold, hot, or pretty, it's all weather. Weather changes from hour to Captain Hammer, from day to parent, from season to cereal box, and from year to cheese.
I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Year
right
to
there.
cheese.
Yeah.
I would like a year of cheese. Daily changes in weather are caused by tall storms running across the earth. Seasonal changes are from the earth moving around the spoon.
I think that's an actual religion.
I think so.
Yeah.
The man on the spoon.
Yeah.
When the vapors in whimsy clouds condensed, we have rosacea and snow. Whether you like it or not, weather is here to go. That was my favorite part.
Sounds like national weather to me.
From rosacea to snow.
I think what I like the most there is when the vapors in whimsy clouds. I think that's like a technical term.
I think the
clouds.
whimsy clouds rain glitter on everybody, which would be my best life, but
that'd be
hell for
awesome.
some people that I know.
And I feel like whimsy clouds condense. We have rosacea and snow. I don't feel like that's a negative thing. I feel like that's a positive.
I think it can be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the rosacea if it's from a whimsy cloud.
You're just a pink geek.
I am. I'm a pink geek. Maybe that should be my new handle, the pink geek.
That's awesome. All right, and all of you who contributed, you guys get a free comic or a book, or there's some other stuff. You can get it on your way out. We'll distribute it, or if you want to go and hand it out.
Do you want me to go and hand it out?
Let's spin the wheel.
Okay.
We have no idea what we're doing, but
We're making this up as
we are making it up as we go. But that's why it's fun. Just like a Saturday morning.
I'm going to respin because it went back to the damned. I don't
Okay.
know what it's trying to say and it's a little creepy, so let's go. Question mark, question
Okay,
mark.
back
question
issue
mark.
Breakfast Club. This is another one. So this one, I wasn't sure I was going to grab it, but Taskmaster. This just came out in trade paperback format 2 weeks ago. This is the collected Taskmaster issue number 1 through 5. And, it's funny because Taskmaster is one of the B-list characters of the Marvel Universe. Do you know Taskmaster? He should be an A-lister. But the Black Widow movie did not do Taskmaster any favors.
I'm going to put it out there that Taskmaster sounds like his superhero ability is to rap people on the knuckles with like a ruler. Am I off? Like, that's just kind of a name that doesn't inspire. Okay, keep talking.
It probably is a branding issue. And he is not a superhero. He is a villain. But in this series, he is recruited by Nick Fury to work for S.H.I.E.L.D. On a very special covert op. And of course, anyone who is dressed in blue and orange and white with a skull mask and a cape and hood is going to be a very subtle incognito agent. And Mr. Moisant is coming to get some dulce de leche cinnamon. Listen, this is the best cereal ever.
It is. You know what's amazing about what this group does? It's just the fun stuff. We just got to say, you're amazing, you're cool, you're brilliant, and this show is one of the best ever watched. And I like eating the cinnamon toast crunch.
Does anybody else think that their commercials are a little creepy though? Like when when they like eat each other and they just look really
That's
happy.
cannibalism.
Like who came up with this brand?
Like, did you know that mad cow disease happened because they were feeding cows?
That's not okay.
Yeah. So, what type of disease do the cinnamon get from eating the cinnamon?
Did you know?
Mad crunch disease? Yeah.
Back issue Breakfast Club, pick up Taskmaster. Did you know
Yes.
that
Yes.
Kit Kat bars
Kit Kat bars.
are made from Kit Kat bars?
Give me a break.
Yes, when there are rejects,
Yeah.
or pieces that fall off, they just grind them back up and mix them back into the
Sounds
mix.
delightful, like bread pudding.
Kit Kats are cannibalized.
Yes.
Chocolatized.
Our show has been taken over by Charles.
Yes, I'm a horrible.
You're awesome. You're awesome.
Well, yes.
It's 2022. It's the year of Soylent Green. I mean, come on.
Really?
I'm not
Yes.
talking about that. Yeah,
Yes.
that took place in 2022, and there's a Soylent Green protein shake on the market. And I'm just like, I like to choose.
We have bowls and milk
That's
and
not weird.
spoons. Oh my God, we have lost
This cereal is
control of the
people.
show. Oh my God. Let's spin the wheel again.
That I have always been graphic with cereal. And when the cereal overlords rise, I am on your side.
Let's spin the wheel. Oh my God, that's a little bit
This is what happens when you too much.
Going back to Iron Fist.
Oh my God. Okay. The name of a porn title?
no. Okay, I'm gonna spin it one more time.
Actually, it probably is, yeah.
Let's see if we can get something different here.
Okay.
New comics,
Scooby-Doo.
yum! So, these are the new titles that came out in the last couple of weeks. I just picked them up this week at the comic book shop.
Whoa!
And Dee, these are right up your alley. Because, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Batman and Scooby-Doo mysteries, basically you get Scooby-Doo, Batman, the animated series, mashed up and teamed up with Scooby-Doo cartoons in comic book form.
You get the best Batman.
So at the very end, they pull Batman's mask off, and he's like,
no,
"I would have gotten away with it too."
I take it back. So most of the characters have that same styling as Batman the Animated Series. This Batman has the 1960s animated Batman styling. So, new comics. These just came out. Lots of fun. Comics should be fun. And these are fun. And the writer, I hate this about modern comics. Where are the credits at? Yeah. Where, who wrote this?
Back
Who
cover,
did it?
back page. In
And
small print.
Where the freaking credits at?
does that not drive you crazy, Charles?
Yes, I couldn't put it on front for everyone to see.
That's what it used to be, right? On the front page.
Actually, in the older days, they did not give artists the credit. It was like the company, give me the glory, and you peasants, here's your $5 per page.
Making it
Easy
rain.
comic artists.
They don't. Okay, they do have the names of the creators on the front: Fitch, Brazella, and Riesco. Riesco, is that how you pronounce that? Riesco.
Riesco.
I just have a flashback of you making me try to pronounce all these names.
Why are you so mean to her?
Sitting at a table.
No,
Because that's how I show her that I love her. Okay, right here.
ability to your show.
Thank you.
Written by Ivan Cohen, drawn by Dario Brazella, and colored by Franco Riesco. You know, they used to not give colorists credit like that, but now they're on the front cover because colorists can make or break a comic. And look, this one, they're facing Shaggy. The issue says Shaggy Man meets Shaggy Man. Isn't that great?
Doesn't that look like the Heap?
So, like, if Spider-Man
I thought
happened
it was
because he got
Bigfoot.
bitten by a spider, does Shaggy Man happen because Shaggy bit someone and it turned,
I
radioactive?
think that's my new headline. So what is this, Charles?
This is my new board game. That's the prototype, Outer Planet Panic, where you work together to stab each other in the back.
Whoa!
Outer Planet Panic, where you work together to stab each other in the back. So it is a cooperative, but every man for himself.
Yes.
At the same
Basically,
time.
Yeah,
like
the
Survivor.
you're trying to dig for certain items to build your ultimate device to take over the galaxy, but you might have something you need, you might have something you need, and then you might try to work together with the two of them while the other two might outbid you to screw you over.
Well, they found out I was stockpiling Soylent Green, so here they come.
Yeah, can you
Stab him in the back. In the game.
So that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, read the back out loud with your most dramatic
Well,
voice.
It's pretty case. It's pretty.
Welcome to Outer Planet Panic, the game of archaeology in space, where you play an institution that is racing with your opponents to become the first to reverse engineer and activate alien technology. Dun, 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 dun. In the distant future, man has expanded beyond the stars and has found a galaxy where several advanced civilizations lived. Through initial research, it has been discovered that they created several great advancements, some of which you have found. You think you know what you need to create the device, but you must now search through planets, debris fields, and radioactive areas of space in order to find the components needed to put the devices together. The Galactic Museum is willing to help for a price.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dawson's, man.
You can also hire workers to help you or hinder your opponents, buy equipment to make digging and research easier, and be careful because bad luck or good luck can strike at any time in the vast emptiness of space. Ha, ha. Well, see, he got it right away, and Dee's like, "What is happening? This sounds fantastic." This is by
Turn it over.
Yeah, so but to read it, I had to, because it's the prototype. You'll get that right in production.
Yes.
So when is this scheduled to come out, Charles?
Well, we're working on building a massive mailing list. If you go to outerplanetpanic.com and just
OurPlanetPanic.com.
just put your name on there, and once we get an email list of at least 10,000 people, then we will push it on Kickstarter. They're going to be figures, and if you want to open up the box and just show a couple things off.
Yeah. So he's got little artifacts and energy cubes. There are.
Thank you.
Do we call these D6 dice? Is that what we call these?
No, that is a D12.
A D12. Okay.
So
you can tell
that's the space money.
Space money.
These are, everything is color coordinated. You can play between 1 to 6 players. If you're just one player, you are a rogue thief who's committing ecological disasters and stealing.
Is space money called Starbucks?
Oh, the space money called Starbucks. That's funny. Yeah, so for a prototype, this is pretty high quality, Charles. I gotta admit, this is pretty phenomenal.
Like here, these are the races.
And who did the artwork? Because this looks like Kirby artwork, but I know it's not.
No, it isn't. It was done by myself and Pascal Sinclair and Aljolsa Tomek. So that is the debris field.
That's cool.
Where you can get stuff. That is the space shipyard. We're going to be trying to be quick so we don't do that.
No, that's all right.
Hazmat zone, where it's highly radioactive, dangerous. That's where you hire people to help or hinder others. Those are alien races that you can be. The undead, the slimy blob, the human who is short urethred, the alien ant spider-like people, the incredible fish-like people, the amazing robotic people. A planet of life.
There's a lot of options in this.
Of water. Yeah.
This is like
a planet of high gravity.
super expansive.
Yes. A planet of the robots.
Does this game go on for days and days?
No.
Or is it
it's between 1 to 6 hours, depending on the number of players. Have you ever played Monopoly?
Yes.
Have you ever played Bingo?
Yes.
And this is a desert planet where Luke Skywalker would cry. That is a planet of the dead. That is a black hole event horizon. That is the dinosaur race where, to them, bureaucracy is an out form. And that is the male humans, or the long urethers.
That is awesome. So there's a lot happening in this little box.
And the last thing I'll show you, this is your goal.
The goal, this is what you're searching for, the ultimate device?
And they're all different.
So everyone's searching for like
Different parts.
Ashley Oh, okay. So this is like the scavenger hunt list for each person.
Right.
And if you get all of your parts, you win.
Yep. You get all 7, and you roll correctly to assemble it together. You are able to do it. And these are godlike devices that you can build, ranging from a Telosian a regenerator, so you could alter physics of space, to a temporal cohesion drive, to a quantum jump.
Let me tell you what.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I am a huge Jack Kirby fan.
Yes.
And the artwork on this is phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm sure that was done intentionally.
It was, as an homage to the great Kirby. Pascal and I, we decided let's do this style to make it relatable and fun.
Yeah.
And the goal is to make this very enjoyable for all players. And so everything is color coordinated. So when you choose your player, you'll be my purple, you might be the red, I might be the yellow.
Gotcha.
And
So these are your players?
Yes.
This is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I'm totally impressed, Charles.
Thank you.
This is awesome. This needs to be in every game store in America.
It will be, and that is the best part. By the way, this show here is one of the most amazing shows ever, and if you have not clicked on that like button or the subscribe, then you are someone who has missed your breakfast.
I'll get your 20 to you in a little bit. So we did new comics just a minute ago, and Dee Barty, I want you to pull the comic book trivia cards out.
Okay.
We're gonna do a trivia question to give away 2 new comics. Avengers number 750, which I loved, by the way, and the best comic series of the year, Adventure Man by, this is by Matt Fraction and Terry and Rachel Dodson. Super, super cool pulp fun adventure. So, here's how this is going to work. DBRT is going to read the question, and if you think you know the answer, this side of the room is going to say ding, 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 ding. This side of the room is going to say buzzer, buzzer, buzzer. And I will, and Elizabeth, you are going to decide which side got to it first.
So much pressure.
So yes,
Okay.
and if they answer the question correctly, they will win one of these two comics. We're going to do 2 rounds. And if they get it wrong, we give it to the other side. If they get it wrong, it comes back to me to see if I can answer it.
You saw the answer.
No, I have not seen it. I have not seen the question or the answer. No, I don't know what you asked. All right, so go ahead.
Who played Batman? I'm sorry. Jeez. Who played Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin?
Arnold Schwarzenegger is correct. So, would you like Avengers 750 or Adventure Man number 7?
I'll take the Avengers.
Okay. Come up and claim your prize. Congratulations. All right. Now we are playing for Adventure Man number 7.
Are you ready?
Yes, what's our next one?
In the DC universe, who is the Oracle?
Barbara Gordon.
Right.
Barbara Gordon is correct. And you get Adventure Man number 7. And one last new comic, Yum, this week. And this is also a great comic for comic fans who don't like superheroes. Demon Days, Rising Storm by Peach Momoko. And it
I was
is
about to say peach mimosa. I know. Dude, I can that. That's breakfast.
recasting the Marvel Universe during feudal Japan. And basically the mutants are Onis.
Konbanwa, Genki.
And it's all this beautiful watercolor art. And here, Thor and Baby Storm are a team, kind of like Logan and Cub, or Lone Wolf and Cub. Yeah. Or the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. Yes. So, Demon Days, Rising Storm. Number 1 is a lot of fun. Came out just this week. Pick it up at your local comic shop. You might like that, Dee. All right, let's spin the wheel again.
All right.
You guys having fun with us this morning?
Back to comics for people who don't like comics.
Comics for people who don't like comics. And it says Moonshine, but I changed my mind before we left.
That's fair.
And I changed it to Lady Killer. Lady Killer is by Jarrell Jones. She is the writer and artist. And this is a story about a contract killer who leads a double life as an average, everyday Donna Reed housewife. And
Sounds like the life, actually.
And her husband doesn't even know that she is a contract killer. Jarrell Jones is a spectacular writer and artist. It is full of just super energetic action. She, for old-time comic fans, she's got a style very reminiscent of Carmine Infantino, where Carmine's artwork, you could literally feel the action jumping out of the page. You know what I'm talking about, Dee? And that's what we have here. Very, very similar style. It's almost like Carmine Infantino and Keith Geffen had an artist child. So those of you who are into comics know exactly what I'm talking about. Is this not gorgeous?
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Have you ever read Lady Killer? Mm-mm. Lady Killer by Jarrell James, and Jamie S. Rich is also one of the artists on that. I think he does the inks.
That's like right up my alley. Housewife.
Yeah, you are a housewife masquerading as a contract killer.
As a serial killer.
I love that. I need to hire Charles as a writer for this show.
Probably do.
Yeah. All right, let's spin the wheel one more time because we're almost out of time. Can you believe it? I don't know what's in this room next. Does anyone know?
All right. So hot take: The Eternals.
The Eternals. Okay, so this is Johnny's hot take on the Eternals. How many of you have seen the Eternals?
About halfway through.
So
They did not use Kirby's brilliant colors, they muted it.
they did mute Kirby's colors, but it very definitely had Kirby's influence all over it. Fingerprints were all over it. This movie has gotten a lot of heat, especially this week, because it dropped on Disney Plus, and I'm seeing a lot of people making comments. Have you seen Eternals? It's on Disney Plus.
Probably.
Well, it just came out this week. You would know if you had.
Probably not then.
Okay. I'm going to say that. Have you seen it?
I'm like half to 3/4 of the way through.
Okay. Did
I
you?
finally just saw the second Venom, so.
That's fair. I have not seen any Venom.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So
That's a 10-year-old kid film.
yes, it is.
I liked it!
Did you like what you've seen of Eternals so far?
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I didn't watch it and be like, this is going to be considered one of the great masterpieces of our time. And I didn't watch it and go like, oh my God, this is so awful.
But
I
it's
was just like, this is fine.
But it's not garbage. It's not horrible. As a movie, there's nothing wrong with it.
I think that you have addressed on social media how fandom is really out of line in terms of toxicity.
Yes.
I feel like it's become like, whatever. I think that it's difficult because people who, I mean, you can love something without feeling like you have to fight over it, but I'm so sorry. But I do feel like it's gotten very ugly. Like, if you don't like it, then you want to destroy it.
I know.
In fandom, and I
and
don't
that's
like
not
that.
how we're going to win the war. We don't win the war by destroying things we hate. We win the war by saving things that we love.
Yes.
And as a film, I felt like there was nothing wrong with Eternals. The problem that it had, in my opinion, is that it dumped a lot of brand new characters on us, but it didn't give us any reason to care about them. Like the previous Marvel movies introduced each character one at a time pretty much over the course of 27 movies, and we were able to take time to get invested into them. And here we have all of these characters at once, and I didn't feel like they gave us enough to care about them. But as a movie, there was nothing wrong with it. I just don't think it's the greatest movie ever made, or the greatest. I would put it like in the solid middle of the MCU movies. Yes, Charles.
Oh, sorry.
I would equivalent to 2001 Space Odyssey.
Okay.
It felt very cosmic, it felt over the top, but it wasn't the typical, it was more intellectual.
My cousin said it was more thinky movie.
Right, than
Yeah.
most of the movies, and it was more akin to 2001, where people were like, what the muck is this?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's an amazing film. In this film, I did enjoy the salute to diversity. I found it fascinating that they had the deaf character.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Bollywood.
McCary
That
was my
great.
favorite of the characters. I loved her.
And, you
I
know-
want to see more of her.
On a logic side, why would they make a character like that? But then, at the same time, these are beings far beyond us.
Yeah, who knows what they're thinking or why?
Fine,
I'm
yeah.
going to devil's advocate a little bit and say that in terms of like the MCU universe, like I think I've seen maybe 3 or 4 films total, mostly because my husband watched them because it was just too many. Like, I'd be okay with like 1 Iron Man film, maybe like 1 Thor film. Like, I didn't need 3 of each, and then all of the ones where they came together, like that was too much for me. So
Okay.
maybe like 1 movie is not quite enough in terms of development, but I think it was more appealing to someone like me who is just
You
too
like the one and
ADHD
done
for,
or the
watching
quick
35.
hits?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Yes.
I think it was, like, everything you're saying is totally on point, but it was all worth it to see that celestial coming at Earth. That blew my mind, haunts my dreams. It was such a beautiful scene.
For me, as an Avengers fan, and when I say Avengers, I'm talking about hardcore Avengers fan from when I was a kid. You know, I have every issue of the Avengers comic from issue number 56 to the present. Wow. Yeah. I've read them all. I'm a reader. And I'm a huge fan of Bob Harris's run on the Avengers, where Black Knight and Cersei were key figures. And so This movie, the end credit scene with Dane Whitman picking up the ebony blade, made the movie. And we are getting the high sign that it is time to wrap up live here. So we are going to do that right now so that our next panelist can come up and get ready. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here and being a part of the very first live audience interactive back in the cereal box at a convention. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done. Thank you, Elizabeth, for being with us. Dee, you're awesome as always. And for those of you watching, until the next time, love you, mean it. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Yeah.